welcome you all to our brilliant channel Maths Nation. Dear students, if you have not subscribed Maths Nation, kindly subscribe it now and press the bell icon to get the notification of the upcoming videos. Students, I promise you to complete your syllabus and would like to solve all your queries which you may kindly drop in my comment box. As per my promise, I have completed my syllabus and now we are going through revision series. In my last sessions, we have discussed about percentage. Today, we continue with profit and loss. What do you mean by profit and loss? Then when we discussed about profit and loss, then at first think about what is cost price. Cost price CP. This is cost price of a product. Cost price. What is SP? SP is the selling price of a product. Selling price of a product. When SP is greater than CP, this means we get profit. When CP is greater than SP, then we get loss. Here we get profit. In this case, we get profit, where in this case, we get loss. When cost price is greater than the selling price, in this case we get loss, and when the selling price is greater than cost price, then we get profit. The gain is equal to SP minus CP. What is the gain amount? Gain amount is equal to selling price minus cost price. What is the loss amount? Loss amount is equal to cost price minus selling price, because in the case when cost price is greater than the selling price, then we get loss. Then when the selling price is greater than the cost price, we get profit or gain. Then here gain percentage is equal to gain amount upon CP into 100. Then loss percent is also equal to loss upon CP into 100. This is loss percent. Then here this is gain percent. Then when in the case we know the selling cost price and the gain percent, then how can we find out the students? Please note down the formula. Here the formula is gain percent is equal to gain upon CP into 100. In case of loss percent, loss upon CP into 100. When we know the cost price, we know, and we know the gain percentage, and here we have to find out the SP, selling price. Selling price is equal to 100 plus gain percent upon 100 into cost price. When we know selling, and if there is no gain, there is only loss, and you know the loss percent, you know the CP, and you know the loss percent, then how can you find out the selling price? Selling price is equal to 100 minus loss percent upon 100 into CP. In the case, keep it here. And let us discuss. When you know the selling price, loss percent or gain percent, then by using the formula we can find out the cost price. Cost price is equal to 100 upon 100 plus gain percentage, 100 plus gain percentage into SP. Here we know SP, we can find out by using this formula CP, cost price. And CP is, if there is loss, then CP is equal to 100 upon 100 minus loss percentage into SP. You know the selling price and loss percentage, then how can we find out the cost price? You know selling price and the loss percentage. By using this formula we can directly find out the cost price. Okay, then let us discuss some problems based on this formula. Then I have already told you, students, please practice variety of questions, follow my class regularly. It will be easier for you to attempt any questions which will be asked in your exam paper. Here in the questions, only knowing formula is not sufficient. Okay, Then here the question is given, Mohit bought a CD of rupees 750. This means the cost price, we know the cost price of the CD, cost price of the CD is given rupees 750, is given rupees 750. And another thing is given, the selling price is also given, SP of the CD is given here is equal to rupees 875. Then here we have to find out the gain percentage. In this case, the SP is greater than CP. This means in these transactions we have profit. Then here we have to find out the gain percentage. You know the formula, gain percentage is equal to gain upon CP into 100. This is the formula. How can we find out the gain percentage? In this case, what is the amount of gain? Gain is equal to SP minus CP. Then here the SP is 875, the CP is 750. Here the gain amount is rupees 75. Then the gain percentage is equal to gain amount upon CP into 100. Then this is 75 upon 750 into 100, which is equal to 10%. The gain percent is here 10%. Let us discuss some more questions or some more examples. Then let us discuss. Then let us discuss some more questions. Here another question says, Mohanlal purchased an old scooter. Someone purchased an old scooter of 12,000 and spent 2,850 rupees on its overhauling, means repairing. Then he sold it to his friend at the price 13,860. Then how much percent did he gain or loss? Here we know the CP, the cost price of the scooter is equal to, CP is equal to rupees 12,000. Then here the repairing charge is equal to, rupees 2,850. Then the actual cost price is equal to, cost price plus repairing charge is equal to 12,000 plus 2,850, which is equal to 14,850. Then here this is the actual cost price of the scooter, and here the selling price of the scooter is given here. After repairing, he sold the scooter to his friend at the 13,860. At 13,860. Look at here. This amount is less than this amount, means here there is loss. The actual cost price is 14,850 and he sold it at 13,860, means in this transaction there is loss. The amount of loss is equal to selling price is equal to actual cost price minus selling price. Here actual cost price is 14,850 minus 13,860, which is equal to rupees 990. This is the loss amount. Then here we have to find out the loss percentage. Loss percentage is equal to loss amount upon CP into 100. Here the loss amount is 990 upon CP is actual cost price is 14,850 into 100. Then by after simplifications we get this is 20 upon 3%, which is equal to 6 whole 2 upon 3%. In these transactions there is loss percent is, total loss percentage is 6 whole 2 upon 3%. In this transaction there is loss. Then let us discuss some another examples. I have already told you students, please practice variety of questions, then which will be easier for you to attempt any questions which will be asked in your exam paper. Otherwise, when you face new questions in your exam paper, then this will be challenge for you. Let us follow my class regularly and practice variety of questions. Here the cost price of 10 greeting card is equal to the selling price of 8 greeting cards. I have already told you, please practice variety of questions. I am ever ready to solve your all queries. Here the cost price of 10 greetings card, 10 cards is equal to selling price of 8 cards. Okay, then let the cost price of each card be x. Then let CP of each card is equal to x. Then CP of 8 cards is equal to 8x. But in the question, according to the questions, SP of 8 cards is equal to CP of 10 cards. This means CP of 10 cards is equal to 10x, which is equal to SP of 8 cards. 8 cards. This means when the persons purchased 8 cards of 8x rupees and sold it at 10x rupees. This means here there is profit. Then here the profit is, the gain amount is equal to 10x minus 8x, which is equal to 2x. Here we have to find out the gain percent. Gain percent is equal to gain amount of gain upon CP into 100. Here the gain amount is 2x. CP of 8 cards is 8x. 8x into 100. Here this is 4, and by simplifying we get the percentage of gain is here 25%. The question, at first try to understand the questions. When you understand the questions properly, then can you solve it properly. Here the question says cost price of 10 cards is equal to selling price of 8 cards. Then let cost price of each card be x. Then cost price of 8 cards is 8x. But here according to the questions, selling price of 8 cards is equal to cost price of 10 cards. Then cost price of 10 cards is equal to 10x. This means the selling price of 8 cards is equal to 10x. In this case there is gain. What is the amount of gain? Amount of gain is equal to selling price minus cost price. The selling price of 8 cards is equal to 10x. Then 10x minus 8x, the gain amount is 2x. Then here we have to find out the gain percentage. Gain percentage is equal to gain upon cost price into 100. By simplifying we get the gain percent is 25%. Then let us discuss another questions. Please students, practice your exercises, do your worksheets properly and ask me your doubt. Here the question says that, here in this question the question says that the reduction of 20% in the price of sugar enabled Mrs. Shah to buy extra 3 kg of it for 360. Find the original rate and reduced rate per kg. Here the reduction of 20% on the sugar price. Sugar, let the original sugar price be x. Let the original sugar price be x, rupees x per kg. But here the question says that 20% is reductions. Then after reduction of 20%, after reduction of 20%, the sugar price goes to, after reduction of 20%, the reduced rate of per kg, the reduced rate of sugar, reduced rate of sugar per kg of sugar per kg is equal to 20% reduced, which is equal to 80% of x. 80% of x. This means 80 upon 100 into x, which is equal to 4x upon 5. The reduced sugar price is this per kg. Actual price was x. Then after reduction of 20%, it is goes below to 4x upon 5 per kg. Then the quantity of sugar for rupees 360. Here the Mrs. Shah to buy an extra of 3 kg of it for rupees 360. Then when that the price reduced, the Mrs. Shah can purchase 3 kg extra for rupees 360. Then the quantity of sugar for rupees 360 as original rate is equal to quantity of sugar for rupees 360 at original rate is equal to 360, because the original price was rupees x per kg. At the Mrs. Shah has to spend 360 for sugar. Then how much sugar can she buy? This is 360 upon x kg. She can buy 360 upon x kg. Then at the new price, then the quantity of sugar at the new price after reductions of sugar at new price is equal to, she has to spend only 360 rupees for sugar. Then the sugar price reduced, then she can buy, because the sugar price from x rupees per kg to reduce to 4x upon 5, then she can buy 360 into 5 upon 4x kg. This means she can buy 450 upon x kg. Before this, she can buy 360 upon x kg. Then the how much amount she can buy more. Keep it here. Then solve it. If I use the new page, it is difficult for use. Then here, keep it here. Then solve. Then the amount Mrs. Shah can buy more sugar is equal to, before reduction she can buy this kg, after reduction she can buy this. Then the amount extra she can buy is equal to 450 upon x minus 360 upon x, which is equal to, according to the question, which is equal to 3 kg. She can buy more 3 kg is equal to 3. Then here x is taking x as the LCM. 450 minus 360 is equal to 3. Then here we get 90 is equal to 3x. X is equal to 90 upon 3 is equal to 30 kg. Then here the 30 rupees. Here the actual sugar price before reduction was 30 rupees. Then after reduction of 20%, Mrs. Shah has to spend only 360 for sugar. Her budget for sugar is 360. Then when the sugar price goes below, she can able to buy more 3 kg sugar. Then what was its original price? Original price of sugar is 30 rupees per kg. Then reduced rate is equal to, reduced rate is equal to 80% of x. 80% of x, which is equal to 4x upon 5, which is equal to, x value is 34 into 30 upon 5. Then this is equal to rupees 24. Then now the before reduction the sugar price was rupees 30. Then after reduction the sugar price comes to 24 rupees. Then as Mrs. Shah has the budget rupees 360 to spend on sugar, she can able to buy more 3 kg sugar. At this same by spending the 360 for sugar. Okay. Then let us discuss some another examples. I have already told you, please practice variety of questions. Then another example says, here the question says, Gurpreet sells 2 watches for 1955 each. Then in one he gained 15% and in another piece he has a loss of 15%. Find her gain or loss percents in whole transactions. SP of first watch is equal to SP of first watch is equal to 1955, because here the question says that he has bought each watch as the price sold each watch at 1955. Here the SP of first watch is 1955. In first watch gain percent is equal to 15%. Then here according to the formula CP is equal to 100 upon 100 plus gain percent into SP. Then here this is equal to 100 upon 100 plus 15 into 1955. By solving this we get this is the CP of the first watch is 1700. Then in the second transactions SP of second watch is also 1955. Then in this case he has a loss percentage is here 15%. Then here also CP is equal to, according to the formula, 100 minus loss percent into SP, which is equal to 100 upon 100 minus 15 into 1955. By solving this we get the CP of the watch is 2300. Then total CP is equal to 2300 plus 1700, which is equal to 4000. Then total CP is 4000. Then total SP is equal to 2 into 1955, which is equal to 3910. Then the total, here this is total CP, here total SP. Then in these transactions SP is less than CP, this means loss. Loss amount is equal to cost price minus selling price. Cost price minus selling price, which is equal to, by subtracting this from this, 4000 minus 3910, we get the loss is equal to rupees 90. Here we have to find out loss percentage. Loss percentage is equal to loss upon CP into 100, which is equal to rupees 90 upon total CP is 4000 into 100. By solving this we get the loss percentage is equal to 9 upon 4%, which is equal to 2 whole 1 upon 4%. In the total transactions she has a loss of this percentage. Okay. Then let us discuss another example. Here another example says, I have already told you students, please practice variety of questions. Here another question says, maths need practice. Students, please practice variety of questions. Here another question says, Manish sold a watch at 5% loss, and had he sold it for rupees 104 more, he would have a gain of 8%. Here the question says that Manish sold at 5% loss. Manish sold a watch at 5% loss. If he sold it for amount 104 rupees more, he would have gained 8%. Then what is the selling price of the watch? Let the selling price of the watch be, let the SP of the watch be of the watch be X. Then the CP of the watch is equal to CP of the watch is equal to 100 according to the formula 100 upon 100 minus loss percent into SP. Then here the loss percentage is 5%. Then here 100 upon 100 minus 5 into X, which is equal to 100 upon 95 into X, which is equal to 20x upon 19, which is equal to 20x upon 19. Then here according to the questions, if the CP is 104 rupees more, then he would have a gain of 8%. Now CP is this and gain percent is given 8%. Gain percent is 8%. Then SP is equal to 100 plus SP is equal to 100 plus gain percent, 100 plus gain percent upon 100 into CP, which is equal to 100 plus 8 upon 100 into 20x upon 19. By solving this, we get the SP is equal to 108x upon 95. But according to the questions, the difference is 104 rupees. Here he has sold it X, but if he sold it at this price, then he would gain 8% more. This is 104 rupees difference. Keep it here according to the questions. Keep it here according to the question. He has sold it X, but if he sold it at this, he can get 8% gain, and he sold it at rupees 104 rupees more. Then according to the questions, 108x upon 95 minus x is equal to 104. Then let us solve the linear equations. By solving the linear equations, we get 13x is equal to 104 into 95. X is equal to 104 into 95 upon 13, which is equal to rupees 760. He sold the watch at the rupees 760. If he sold it 104 rupees more, means if he sold it is 760 plus 104, which is equal to 864, then he can get 8% gain, but by selling this he has get loss of 5%. Okay, thank you students. Today this much. In my next sessions we will continue with compound interest. Thank you students.